What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Welcome to Texas Podcast, where we talk about everything and anything about Texas. Once again, we got Charles Hips. Y'all thought he was out there dodging the bullet. You know, he's going to explain to what's going on. Everybody runs into personal matters. He's not an exception. We all get personal problems, personal matters, health issues. But I'm gonna let him explain what's going on.
Yeah, hey man, I had a really, really good friend. I say a good friend now. She's my ex-wife. I had a really, really good friend got attacked by a pit bull, mauled her. She may be fixing to lose one arm. I'm just going back and forth to hospitals. I'm staying in a stranger's house over here in a different city. So I'm taking the time because just because this has happened, it don't stop the story. So I'm in the front seat of my Jeep now, giving this interview, and when I get back to my home, like I said, it's still the same way. I've still got all the paperwork and everything that I said I had. I'm not in a position to get it. I should be in a position to get it maybe tonight or maybe in the morning. It just depends on how this hospital stay goes today and what the doctors say.
Okay, Charles, because a lot of people in the audience were speculating. Oh man, he's dodging the bullet because he put it out there that he got the paperwork. He got the paperwork. And they're saying they're going to hold you that they're going to hold you to your word, man. All I said, man, it's the ball's in Charles's court. He said he got the paperwork. You know, he has paperwork. I'm gonna take it for his word. Until you don't provide him. But
Yeah. Well, I've
you say
definitely got it, man. I just had something happen, or you would have been already had it.
Yeah,
And if I can't get it on the show myself this afternoon, at least when I do get home tonight, I can make copies of it and send it to you.
Yeah, we can do that, Charles. Because
either way, if I can't get back on the show tonight with it when I get home tonight, I can make photocopies of them and send it to you.
okay, man, we can work something out, man. We can put it up
Because
in there.
I definitely need to be on there to talk about them because I can point out specific dates, what it was for, who it went to, and all of that.
Okay. Because
I've got a file, man. I got a 30-year-old file.
and what is in that file?
Disciplinary reports, time sheets, court papers, money order receipts, all that money transfer, wire transfer receipts. I've got everything in a file. While I was in lockup, I've even got the incident report of why I was in lockup and what exactly happened in that cell. The officers, I've got the incident report. I've got everything.
Okay,
I've got enough stuff. I've got enough stuff, and I'm only talking right now because I know how it is. Talk don't mean shit till you see something, and I get it. You'll see it, I promise you, and I've got enough to shut Mark Moore up. I've got enough to shut him up.
Okay. Because they're gonna hold you. The YouTube world, man. That once somebody puts something out there, man, they're gonna hold them to it, man. And now it's like I'm over here with you, man. So I'm being held accountable as well. So both of our credibilities are being questioned at this time. But I understand that you're going through some personal and family matters, and in time, Mark, like I said, Mark hasn't provided any kind of paperwork to plead his case. You know what I mean? You, on the other hand, said at least you have some type of paperwork that you can provide.
Yeah. Well, I'm one of them. I like to keep up with everything going on with me. I don't want nobody to ever be able to say, "Well, you didn't do that." Oh, yes, I did. Right here it is. I got proof of it. I did do it.
Okay, yeah, and those messages, those text messages that you sent me. That's where we're going to be talking about. Those the same messages that you sent me, because I don't want people to thinking that it's me making this stuff up, man. And why are you doing this, man? I mean, what's the point of you telling your story?
Well, the point of my telling my story ain't got a damn thing to do with Mark Moore. the point of me telling my story is so some of the parents will open their eyes up, and some of the kids out there will open their eyes up and realize, man, that the things that we're talking about right now are the things that you're going to go through when you go to prison, and it's going to be worse on you than it was on us because of the technology and the time just gone by. That's my main goal, or to see some kid parents that might have enough pull to go down there and say, hey, man, we're tired of our kids being tortured and tired of being extorted for our money. You know, groups stand together. One person can't do anything by themselves.
I agree,
my
man.
goal. That's my goal. I could care less about what Mark Moore's saying. He has no impact on my life whatsoever. Okay, he don't sign my paycheck, and he don't pay my bills.
Yeah. Okay, man. We're gonna get into who Mark is, man. You know, what you witnessed, what you saw, his character. I mean, you were there. You know, who is Mark? What's his character? What is he like? I mean, the people want to know all these things.
Mark's like a child, man. Mark's got the mentality of, I want what I want when I want it, and I want it right now, and I'm going to get it. And if I have to steal for it, borrow for it, beg for it, rake for it, lay down for it, get down and suck one for it, whatever I got to do, I'm going to get it. And that's the kind of person he is. And he's going to stand on that. If he's got to torture somebody, if he's got to go get 3 or 4 people together to do that, then that's what he's going to do. He's a pedophile. That's what he is.
And
he's a pedophile.
Did you and
if I'm not mistaken, the cases that he's in prison for show that.
I think he said he's in prison for actually shooting some dude that was harassing his baby mama.
He might be. I don't know. That might be true. I'm not going to speak on that really because I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. I'm not. I mean, I really looked into his case either, but that's what he's saying out there. You know.
Right.
So,
yeah, he's a pedophile of the worst kind, man. A pervert. That's what he is. A stalker.
And explain a little bit more into detail, man. When you say that, did you witness him do these type of acts yourself?
Oh, yeah, he makes all his boys go take showers with him at the same time so he can look at him and masturbate on him while he's in the shower. Then he'll go sit on the toilets, and these other guys' boys, he'll masturbate on them in the shower. And then he'll get his boys back there all in a circle and get them all butt naked and have them rub on each other and shit while he watches them. And that's just the kind of person he is, man. That's what he does. He's sick.
And these type of action, you actually witness him do these type of things, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
And did you ever indulge in any of that stuff?
No, because I mean, the bottom line with me is there don't nothing about no man turn me on.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
And there don't nothing about none of that excite me, man. Making somebody else's life miserable and shit, man. Mine's miserable enough without making somebody else miserable.
Okay. And what kind of games would you see Mark play with these guys, man? Like, you know, I've been hearing comments, you know, that people were dropping comments in there that he used to like his boys to do a position called the rusty trombone.
Oh, I don't even know.
Oh.
The rusty trombone. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, okay. Because I'm just asking questions, man. You know, you want to verify questions that people be asking. You know, if they'll hold merit.
That rusty trombone. That sounds like something done got old and fucked up. Needs to be set down and shut up somewhere.
Hey, and like who were his main who was his target, man? Who would he target? Who was his
Well, let me tell you something about him and Mindy. Mindy was his buddy, not his boy. And they targeted the rest of them. Okay. Mindy's the one that he lays in the bed with. Mendes is the one that does things to him too.
Okay, and like what kind of stuff? What you that you could say you witnessed Mark get into, man, doing and actually doing with your own eyes.
Oh yeah, I've seen Mendes screw him in his butt. I've seen this.
You actually seen it with your own eyes, huh, man?
I've seen this. See, the way you hot rail in Alabama cell is whatever they're doing in the cell, the person who's watching for the police, he's in the cell with them, looking out the window from the inside. I've seen them do it plenty of times. That's why all this. That's what all this is about with Mark right here. Is the truth about him coming out. It ain't got a damn thing to do with me, his boys, whoever had it. Ain't got nothing to do with us. It's got to do with these people that's built a following on him, seeing the truth come out about him. That he ain't what he built himself up to be.
Yeah.
That he's just a lowly fag that'll do anything to get attention from some white boy in prison. Whether if it means getting them something, buying them something, beating them, torturing them, raping them, it don't matter. Or laying down with them and letting them fuck him. It don't matter. That's how Mark is.
And since he was, engaging in all this activity, was there ever any kind of protection there? Any condoms or any kind of
No, absolutely not. And then Limestone Correctional Facility is the AIDS camp of the state.
Oh man, that's that bad. So
that's where they house all the AIDS prisoners in the state of Alabama.
Oh, I never knew that, man. So you think Mark ever got an STD or something, man, during that time?
I'm sure he did. Messing with some old nasty man's ass, ain't you? I'm sure he did.
Oh man. Nah, man, it's because people want to know these questions, man. They want to actually know if and they want to know what was your role, man. Like what was your role or your relationship?
My role was money, man. I was over all the money. I got all the money in. I was getting from 3 different people up to $300-400 a weekend. And then I'm running tattoos. I'm one of the best tattoo artists in the state of Alabama. So I'm making plenty of Zulus and Wham Whams every day. I kept every box in there. We had 5 boxes full of stuff that we loaned out on a weekly basis for interest back. I put every dime in there. That was my role. My role was to make sure that money got straight, them boxes got straight, the inventory got straight, and them boys kept their freaking hands up out of it.
Yeah, man, because
that was my role. And now you see what just a friendship and a business ship turns out to. This shit right here.
Yeah, man, because he's been real adamant, man, that he says that you weren't indulging in that type of stuff.
What kills me is this, man. I wasn't the only one there with him. Where's all his supporters that was there with him? Who's backing him up on this?
Oh man, there's a couple of people, man, and there's some that wear masks, and there's other ones that just support him, man, and they say they were there at the time, and at one point or another, we're gonna have to get do a live, man, and hopefully we'll do some reaction videos on these guys to see if they look familiar to you, because that's the only way. That's the only way we can get to the bottom of this, man, because he got a lot of people back in his play saying that, oh, no, he wasn't doing that. Yeah, he was in there hogging people. Yeah, he was taking stuff, but he wasn't doing none of those activities that you're saying he was doing.
Yeah. I mean, he even said himself that he was engaging in homosexual activity. He said himself that Mendenhall was his wife. I mean, what part of that don't you understand? That's what I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get, how you can say you're doing this on one hand and turn around and say you're not doing it in the next sentence.
It's because people are under the impression that documentary was scripted, man. But but when they mean scripted, what's your more perspective, better detail on that scripted part, man? Were they told?
Okay, when I say scripted, I'm saying parts like, okay, you remember when I said they didn't come in there and tell us what we could say, they come in there and tell us what we couldn't say.
Correct.
Okay, like let's just say they would come in there and tell them, you can tell them about how you have boys and how you have homosexual relationships and all this, that, and other, but you can't tell them how you make the grease. You can't tell them what you do when you get into bed with them. You can't tell them this, you can't tell them that, but you can tell them that that's your lover. That's what I mean when I say scripted. Even like me, when I made the tattoo gun, I made the tattoo gun on live TV, but I couldn't tell them where I got the parts to make the tattoo gun.
Okay, so that was the scripted part. I mean, because people are thinking that it was a, you know, everybody got a script and everybody got a role to play and everybody got credits at the end of the film, and it was
a DOC script, is what it was. The Department of Corrections come in there and said, okay, we're going to let y'all do this, but you can talk about this and you cannot talk about this. That's what it was.
And at the time of the recording, what high official from Alabama you would say was at that recording?
Oh, the prison coordinator, which is the prison commissioner's assistant. The prison coordinator was there with them, which at that time would have been Grant Culliver.
And he was well aware of what was going on in there, right? I mean, they just didn't choose old Mark Moore to come participate and play a gay role with his lover Mindy, right? I mean,
right.
He was already dwindling in there. It's just like if they were going to do a documentary about it's like what people don't understand is that same director, he did another documentary called Faith in the Big House, where it's a Christian movement behind prison. You know, so he goes to this prison and he shows the Christian movement. So now, I would highly speculate that all those people are acting and faking their religion just for a documentary.
Right. Exactly.
You know, and that's what people don't understand. So, you know, he's over there, you know, it's sad, man. You know, you're telling me that he's doing this in how many people you say he was doing this stuff to, man, that you witnessed with your own eyes?
He did it to David